Hey gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey, and that is the new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. This is the first time I've gotten to see it outside of the crazy insane Subaru booth at the Chicago Auto Show. And in this video, I'm going to take you on a quick tour, a short drive. Stay tuned. It is springtime here in East Texas, and you know what that means? The pollinating is happening. Yes, my car has been sitting outside for over a week, and you can see it is no longer black. It is a nice shade of pollen, and yeah, not very clean. And then looking over here at this Kia EV6, this has just been out for one night, and we already have a nice coat of pollen all over the top of this one, which leads very nicely into this week's video sponsor. Thanks to our friends at carcover.com, we were able to get a custom perfect fit car cover for my 2013 Chevy Cruze. They know it's important to keep your car protected, and what they sent me was their Gold Shield 5L car cover, which beats all its competitors for many reasons. It resists all types of extreme weather conditions such as snow and is 100% waterproof and water resistant. This is the ultimate car care cover for storing your vehicle and protecting it while outside. The soft fleece lining is sure to protect your vehicle's paint and finish while it is underneath. And this car cover was so simple to install, I was able to do it myself for the very first time in under 15 minutes. It comes with a couple clips for the front and the back, and a lockable cable to secure it across the middle. So this car cover is not going anywhere, and it will help me keep all that pollen out here in the springtime in East Texas. Huge thanks to carcover.com for providing us with this Gold Shield 5L cover for my Chevy Cruze. You can get one for yourself. Simply follow the link down in the description below and enter promo code GTGarageTalk in the coupon field at checkout for a discount off of your first order. All right, gearheads, I am at the 2023 Texas Auto Riders Texas Auto Roundup, where I get to check this out for the very first time. And since I've got the hood propped open with that prop rod, we can talk about what's under the hood of this particular tester here. So what we have is Subaru's 2-liter Boxer engine, and it makes 152 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque. It is paired to their Lineartronic CVT, or continuously variable transmission. That is the only transmission of choice. No manual transmission here, and that is in all models. This does also have Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive. We'll talk about how all of that works in a driving package here in just a moment. Closing the hood, we can see the new styling for the Subaru Crosstrek. It looks, I say this a lot about a lot of new vehicles, but it does look very grown up and more mature than the model it replaces. It is the smaller crossover cute vehicle from the Subaru brand, so it's nice to get more grown-up, mature styling. The grille is enlarged, and it just has a more updated Subaru look. You can see incandescent turn signals here, but LED lights all around. Very nice, very upscale look for a vehicle that, as this one is spec'd, is right at $30,000. Moving around to the side, cleaned up styling, but more familiar than new and groundbreaking, that is for sure. And as we come in here to the front wheels and tires, you can see we are still using Yokohama Geolandar tires and very typical Subaru style wheels. If we get in really close to this one, you can see these are two 25/60R 17-inch Yokohama Geolandar tires. We have disc brakes all the way around on this one. So a very competent package, everything that you would expect in a modern vehicle in a nice package. Like I said, right at $30,000 with all-wheel drive, with a competent engine that will sit fuel on you. And then coming around to the back, again, cleaned up, more mature, it seems to be the style here, more familiar to modern Subarus than the model it replaces. So very nice cleaned up back here. This is a very important vehicle for the brand, so it's nice to see it's more updated styling, more modernized styling for the brand. You can see we've got an all-weather floor mat back here protecting the rear. And we do have a compact spare tire hidden underneath with all the stuff you need to change it. We do have top tethers for all 3 seats. The middle seat belt actually comes here from the side. So if you're wondering about that there, the only way to fold this 60/40 split bench seat is by pulling these levers and pushing, but the back of the vehicle is short enough that here at 5'10", I can handle that quite well. The hatch is manually operated and it's very easy to close one-handed, but let's take a look on the inside and then maybe take this one out for a short drive. All right, before we get into it, I did want to show you the Subaru key, typical Subaru proximity key. Lock, unlock is the Subaru logo, trunk release, panic button, and you can deploy a physical key from the bottom, but you can just keep that in your pocket because, again, it is a proximity key. You can lock it with those lines right there and unlock it by pulling on the back of the door, and you can open that. Will note this does not have that same feature on the back door, so if you want in the back, got to reach to the front first. You can see we have cloth seats in this, so we've got some cloth texture here on the door. Your door switches are very easy to use. You have auto up down for the front but not the back, window lockout control, but nice use of contrasting materials here. And then these cloth seats, they're nice. You've got kind of a fishnet weave on this one with a little bit of neon green woven in with them. So I like just the added pop of color. Gives a nice contrast from being just a solid gray seat. Can see this one is a power with lumbar, but let's get inside away from all this road noise and construction noise. Put our foot on the brake and fire it up. So we do have that little 2-liter naturally aspirated engine under the hood. It gets 27, 34, 29 city highway combined fuel economy. So very fuel efficient, small little crossover. We do get updated Starlink infotainment with the vertical screen, being in line with the rest of the family. We've got all the EyeSight driver technology up here, and we have a rather large but standard sized, not panoramic, there we go, not panoramic, but large front sunroof with a manually opening shade there. Typical Subaru steering wheel. We do get paddle shifters for that CVT back here, but everything else feels like any other Subaru I've been in. Analog gauges with the little helper screen in the middle. You can see the backup camera is a little on the grainy side, but you do have X mode in this one, so if you want to do a little adventuring off-road, you absolutely can. You do get USB-A and USB-C with an auxiliary jack up here. A little bit of storage, no Qi wireless charger up there. Heated seats up front, electronic parking brake, cup holders with a spot for if you want a mug, handle to go through there. Center console is nice and deep, very good. We do get bottle holders there in the door as well. I already talked about how comfortable, or the seats, they are comfortable, though they are cloth, not leather here on this model. Then we've got our light controls over here. Me at 5'10", I'm good in here. Plenty of headroom, can get a good driving position with a tilt telescoping wheel. All around, very nice up here. Let's see what it's like sitting behind myself. All right, getting in the back seat. I do still have it running, but you can see very wide opening doors for if you've got to get a child seat in the back. And then little hidden latches, lower tether points for your child seat installation. So we're seeing this more and more with vehicle manufacturers putting the seat material, covering that. I cannot get that back in there to save my life, but that's how you do it there. We do get one center one here in the middle, but you're gonna have to borrow from the passenger side if you wanna put a child seat there in the middle. I already showed you it is 60/40 with the 40% on the driver's side, but let's climb in, close the door. Oh my goodness, yes, plenty of room behind myself at 5'10". Got a nice big door switch or window switch here. We've got USB-A and USB-C. No map pocket here, but a map pocket here on the side. And then we do have enough storage space for a bottle holder here and fold down center armrest that does stay parallel to the seat bottom. It doesn't fold all the way down, so I like that very nicely. And rear seat space, headroom. So I've got a nice cutout here from the standard sized sunroof up here, and I've got plenty of room. Very comfortable back here. It's enough talking about it. Let's get behind the wheel and drive it. All right, actuate the CVT, put it in drive, and set off here in this 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. This is quickly becoming a very important vehicle for the brand, perhaps their best-selling vehicle. Need to check up on that, but very important for them. It is the entry point into the brand for a lot of consumers, so it makes a lot of sense for the brand to update it, modernize it for the typical consumer nowadays. And coming down here, we'll get it out on the road, see what that little naturally aspirated 4-cylinder can do. Makes a lot of noise. I mean, it'll get you moving. It's more than enough power. You're not going to be taking this to a racetrack. I am racing some vehicles around a track here on this trip, but that is not what this one is for. This one's for a daily commute, and then the possibility of an adventure somewhere off-road, because more Subaru Crosstrek owners use them for their intended use than any other brand, I do believe is some marketing term I've heard in the past. So, very important vehicle to the brand. You can probably hear it just from driving it. We are on textured pavement. It's a little on the loud side in here, but nothing that you wouldn't expect from this size and class vehicle. This compact, maybe subcompact little crossover hatchback vehicle. I did just spend a week in the 2023 Mazda 3, and that is a much more premium vehicle, and this just feels a little more mainstream, which is not a bad thing. It's very attainable for the average consumer. Like I said, it's the gateway into the Subaru brand. That's about it for me with this Subaru Crosstrek. If you want to see more from us here at the Auto Roundup, where we are driving some vehicles on the track, be sure and find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can just go to gtgaragetalk.com, where you can read more about all the vehicles that we drive, including this one, some things that may not have made it into this video. Hit subscribe, like, comment, ring the bell, follow, all the things to let the algorithms know to show you more of our content when it drops almost every single day here on the channel. As for me, in the new Crosstrek, until next time, gearheads, bye.